Hi, everybody. Welcome or welcome back. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you guys wanting to out and join the space. So we are reacting to a song requested by Stephen. So thank you so much again, Stephen, for requesting a song. I really appreciate your support. If anybody else does have a song that they'd like me to react to, you can send that through by the link in my description box. But we're going to be reacting to a Dire Straits song called Sultans of Swing. Ooh. Let's go.
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain, they hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places, but the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south, way on down south, London town. Check out Guitar George, he knows all the chords.
Hey.
But it's strictly rhythm, he doesn't wanna make it cry or sing. If then an old guitar is all he can afford, when he gets up under the lights to play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing alright. He can play the honky-tonk like anything, saving it up Friday night with the Sultans, with the Sultans of Swing. Then the man steps right up to the microphone and says at last, just as the time bell rings, good night, now it's time to go home. Then he makes it fast with one more thing. We are the Sultans, we are the Sultans of Swing.
Eesh. Oh, I don't want that to stop. Carry on. That was amazing. Yo, I think just as soon as they started playing the guitar, and then the guy with the bass came in, and it was just like underneath, like he was playing the main guitar, and then underneath the bass. Oof. For me, it was the whole guitar. I mean, the guitar was the main thing of this song. Like, that was just the main character of the song. Was definitely the strings. I'm just gonna have a little look at the lyrics. I could kind of catch on what they were saying, but I just want to kind of understand a little bit more. Yeah, because a lot of the lyrics towards the end were like, they're really simple lyrics, like, and I kind of like that though, but especially as the whole vibe of the song was very much guitar heavy, it was quite nice to have the lyrics be a bit more sort of more relaxed and more just kind of like songwriter type vibe, where it's just really simple and really just like observational in terms of what they're saying, which I really like. So it's like, I don't think I heard this bit actually at the beginning. I was too immersed in the guitar. You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime south of the river you stop and you hold everything. A bad is blowing Dixie double 4 time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Yeah. Oh, honestly, like now reading that first lyric, south of the river, and then seeing that the genre is blues rock, it definitely is blues. I was definitely hearing elements of blues in there 100%, especially towards the end. There was like a nice thing that he did with the guitar, which was very like blues like and very like folky blues. Like, it was just like whole blues rock literally is what it is. But I love how like, yeah, it was just like way down in the south, London town, but they're British obviously, I'm guessing, because they're talking about London town, obviously, even though they have a like a blues type sound. Yeah, they're British, so that's cool. I like the fact that they're British as well, and they're still adding elements of like blues rock, but adding it to like the context of London and like adding that. And I love how they use like the London town in their music, because it's like I said, like I didn't necessarily know that they were British just from hearing them, because they have like a bit of a blues rock vibe, but yeah, like it's nice to know that they are English and they're still using like they have the pride of being from London is basically what I'm saying, but they're embracing other sort of like genres that may not be predominantly obviously from London or from England, but I just like that they're able to embrace that, and they're kind of like way on the down south, like as if they're American, but then it's like London town, not the south that you guys may know, but the south that we know, and that's London town. So yeah, and I like the lyrics where it's like, you check out Guitar George, he knows all the chords, mind it's strictly rhythm, he doesn't want to make it cry or sing. Oh, they said an old guitar is all he can afford when he gets up under the lights to play his thing. I love that. It's just real like simple lyrics, like real like, and that's not a bad thing, do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's nice to have those simple lyrics that just kind of tell a simple story, do you know what I mean? Like, just like I said, observational, and it's very like, yeah, just real songwriter stuff. You know, you can just imagine they were just there observing their town. Like, you get inspiration from your root where you're from, and it's just like talking about that, and I love that. And then it says that then a crowd of young boys, they're fooling around in the corner, drunk and dressed in their best, brown baggies and their platform soles. They don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band. It ain't what they call rock and roll. And the Sultans, yeah, the Sultans, they play Creole. Okay. And then the man, he steps right up to the microphone and he says at last, just at the time, as the time bell rings, good night, now it's time to go home. Then he makes it fast with one more thing. We are the Sultans of swing. Like, I think it is actually quite deep. Like, the lyrics are really simple, but like, actually when you listen to it, it's like speaking on the times and speaking on the context. And like, I quite like that. Like, I want to know like a little bit more, like meaning. I want to understand, because there's things that I'm interpreting and I don't want to be, yeah, okay, that's what I was getting. Okay, it says here, you know, it celebrates the passion of musicians playing for the love despite the lack of fame or audience. Exactly, because that's what I was picking up on the lyrics when it was saying, you know, there was boys in the corner of the street, whatever, and they were like messing around or whatever. They didn't care about what we were playing. Like, they don't, you know, it's kind of like sometimes children can kind of be the most honest in a way, and it's almost adding, like, if kids don't like that humble, that you kind of humbled in that moment. It's like, oh, you're something from your soul type thing, but the kids aren't even appreciating it type thing. But not in a bad way, but it's just kind of showing that, yeah, the world just kind of carries on with or without you or what you're doing. But it's not necessarily about getting that validation from other people, the audience, but yeah, like having just that love for music. I feel like I really sensed that, because it was just, I really felt that from the song when they were singing it, and it's just like really laid back, and they're just doing it because they enjoy the vibe. They're not doing too much with it, and it just definitely speaks to that theme of what this song is, you know, again, like it's saying, that tells the story of a forgotten mediocre jazz band playing to nearly empty rainy London pub, contrasting their grand name with the lackluster reality. Yeah, I was getting that, because I was trying to understand, because they call themselves the Sultans of Swing in this song at least, and it's kind of like, yeah, like the contrast between the environment they're in and London, and the way they're talking about it, and I also I picked that up a lot as well, of like the lyrics they were saying, like about the band members, how, you know, he just has a job, he goes to work, he has another job type thing. What was it he said? I don't know where he said that, but was I just imagining it? Yeah, he's got a daytime job, he's doing all right. Yeah, so I did remember it correctly. But yeah, it's just like the normality of it, like the lack of like we believe we're the Sultans of Swing type thing. It's just having that belief in yourself, and it's like, even though we are just sitting like singing on the corner, like by a pub in rainy London, we still believe that we're the Sultans of Swing. It's like giving yourself that validation and like the love for it. So I really liked it, and honestly, like now that I know the context of it, it definitely makes it feel more deeper. But I think that was that's kind of the whole vibe of it. That's why it kind of makes you think a little bit. It makes you think like, yo, that's called Sultans of Swing. So you're expecting something like, whoa, like Sultans of Swing. But it's kind of just like an everyday type vibe to it. And that, obviously, like I'm saying, that's not taking away from the magnificence of the song and the talent that's in the song. But it's just the vibe of it. You can tell even the way they're singing, he's just so nonchalant with it. And it's just like, we're just enjoying being each other's company and just enjoying the vibes. And like, here's George and on the guitar, and he knows all the chords, and like, you know, it's just enjoying it for the love of it, like that, like Google was saying, you know, and I feel that. But I think what really speaks to the grandiose name of the Sultans of Swing is the guitar bits, because the guitar bits were just fantastic. I feel there was elements of like Spanish guitar in there as well, especially when he was playing the obviously they were all playing electric guitars, but the way he was playing it was almost very flamenco vibes. It was giving very just like hints of it. Yeah, and then obviously it went into blues. There was a lot of blues elements towards the end, but yeah, I was picking up some acoustic sort of Spanish vibe, and that's also speaking into like those ways in which music was practiced back in the day. It wasn't for the performance, it was just for family time and for the connection, for the love of music. You know, you do that to reconnect with your family, reconnect with your community, and that's kind of speaking on that in a way, even though like the kids don't really care what they're doing, but it's almost like reconnecting with your community in a way, even if your community is just you and your band type thing. So I definitely got that energy from just the guitar and just the instrumental, which I really loved. And just, yeah, the progressions, their guitar, oh, it was just beautiful. Honestly, I really loved it. Like, everything about the guitar. And then they went into the blues. I just feel like they complemented each other so well. Like, 3 guitars in one go. Like, obviously, someone playing the bass, someone playing the lead, and someone playing, like, the little ad-libs with the guitars. It was just beautiful. So thank you so much for requesting this. I really appreciate this. I love getting to sort of discover new music and just new, like, performances, I find musicians fascinating, and I find there's a lot of depth in music, obviously, and in the way people choose to express, even if it's seemingly not as deep. I feel like there's always a deeper context from this. I think I've learned that from this, is like, whatever it makes you feel, even if you're like, oh, that's quite like, it doesn't seem to be that deep type thing, even within that apparent simplicity, there's a depth to it. And so I like that about this. Yeah. And just doing music for the love of it, I think that's a great message, and that's a very strong and empowering message. Never lose sight of why you started, and why you started music is because you enjoy it and the love of it. And I think that's beautiful. So thank you so much, Stephen, for requesting again. I really appreciate it, like I've said. And anybody else who has any other requests, there's a link in the description to send them through. But if you are watching me for the first time and you like the way I react to music, the way I look into it, the way I read context, lyrics, and put my own interpretation on it, then feel free to like and subscribe, join the family. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.